Glad everybody could be here. Kind of get you up to this point, back in September, I believe it was September, maybe August, the county fair, Bobby came up and performed that night. We recognized him that night with telling him we were going to do this for him. Gave him a sign, presented him a sign. This was going to be a little bit better than what we presented that night. We kind of done that one through fiscal court, through the county. But with the state's help and Representative Rocky Atkins, we was able to get this done and get it on a state road here where Bobby grew up. But we done that night, and then we actually surprised him. I worked with his wife and RJ in making that happen, and it was a totally surprise by him, and I'm sure he'll share that with you here in a few minutes. But once we got the state involved, it obviously has to go through General Assembly and things, and I won't go into that detail, but that's what brought us to today and honoring Bobby in this. So at this time, before I get into I've got the resolution that we actually passed in the county I'll read here in a minute. But before I do, I'll introduce State Representative Rocky Atkins, who has a couple of words too.
Thanks, Judge. Good to see you. Well, thank you all. First of all, I'm honored to be here with you today as we celebrate really something I know all of you are very proud of. Anytime you can bring somebody back home and honor them that has gone on to do good things we're proud of, it's always a good day. I'm honored to be here with Bobby's family today. Thank you all for having me. I'm from a little small town, Sandy Hook, Kentucky, and I have a great appreciation for music because I grew up around it, to be very honest. My next door neighbor was a fellow by the name of Keith Whitley from Sandy Hook, Kentucky that I grew up with, and 14 miles from him, Bobby, was a fellow by the name of Ricky Skaggs. And just a few miles from there was a fellow by the name of Billy Ray Cyrus, and then right on in closer was the Judds, and we can continue to just name and name and name. And then the other day on the House floor, we had a fellow by the name, I don't know if we got any bluegrass music fans here, but the name of Don Rigsby that we had on the House floor the other day. So as I was growing up, if you didn't know how to play music, you wasn't part of the crowd. And when I got to listen to a little old block building behind Keith Whitley's home, there was two fellows gathered there, Todd, by the name of Keith Whitley and Ricky Skaggs. They said, you're going to have to learn how to play something. You can't come in here anymore. So I'm a bluegrass picker myself. I don't do a lot of picking. I do a whole lot of strumming, Bobby, to be very honest with you. But today's a special day. I know it is for all of you that know Bobby Mackey, and I was honored. Your county judge, Todd, called me and he said, Rocky, we've got a fellow we'd like to honor and we'd like to name a state highway after him. And I said, well, tell me a little bit about Bobby Mackey, and he did. And we worked really closely with Judge Ruckel, and we worked closely with members of the General Assembly. And I want to thank the Transportation Cabinet, who really got involved as well to make sure that we honored Bobby in the way that he should be. So I'm honored to be here with you today as we honor somebody back in their hometown. I understand about small towns because I grew up in one, and I'm still in one, and I have a great respect and appreciation for them. And you know, the news media so often likes to come to our small towns and talk about negative things. You know, isn't it good to be here today to talk about positive things? And Bobby, we're so proud of you and your accomplishments, and you know, as long as you have your hometown behind you and people that care for you and love you and want to see you do good, you know, it's always come back good to have you back, to have a chance to let them honor you and show their appreciation too. So I want you all to know it's an honor for me to have Lewis County as a part of my legislative district. I'm so honored to have you folks, and to let you know I look forward to working with the judge, as I already had, and all of you to try to make Lewis County the best it can be. And as we continue to fight for our fair share, I want to let you know I'm going to be there in the trenches. I'm an old wore-out athlete. I played at Elliott County High School, Morehead State University, and done all of those things. So when they roll that loose ball across the floor, I'm going to try to go after it, okay? So if I can help you with anything, don't hesitate to give me a call. And I'm honored to be here with you today and help you honor one of your own, Bobby Mackey, as we dedicate this highway in his honor. And isn't it good when we can honor people, name things after them while they're still living so they can enjoy it and see it? I believe that's the right thing to do. Thank you all for having me today. I'm honored to be here.